doing my part. I get $1 from public health every time I say wash your hands. Kidding, I totally don't. 936. Well, on the subject of agriculture, let's keep it with agriculture, and I want to bring on Will Parkinson of the Cannabis Control Board, because as I'm sure some of you guys know out there, we were already supposed to have rules and regulations for the, I guess, sale and distribution of legal cannabis. I mean, April, I think, was the deadline. So Chris and Sabrina, Will, and we wanted to bring you on to kind of find out. I saw there was some kind of talk about maybe having a meeting. Is that what the deal is, Will?
I'm hoping. Good morning, everybody. But yeah, I'm hoping that's what the deal is. I myself have been lobbying to start meetings online in some form since March. You know, I've been trying to get these meetings put together, but with the whole COVID thing, some of the people who are critical to the Cannabis Control Board are also critical to the public health and economic response.
Right.
And on the one hand, as much as I'd like to make as much noise as I can about getting these meetings done, how do you tell public health, who's at the front line of COVID, and Department of Rev and Tax, who's trying to get all this economic stuff squared away, to put down the important work they're doing and come over here to this committee meeting? And so really that's been the big delay for us, you know, is just like, because people like Daphne Shimizu and Linda DeNorsi are absolute studs. These directors are not phoning it in. They are active, engaged members of our board. But that also presents a problem when you have active, engaged members of your board unable to come do board stuff with you.
Right. And so now we're talking about having these meetings again. Is there a timeline on that, Will?
The last thing I heard about timeline of meetings is what was on the press from Vanessa Williams. She said hopefully first week of the month, but we haven't heard any notifications yet. But I would like to have meetings as soon as possible and get this work done, because here's the thing. I know people are very upset that we weren't done by the deadline, but that was because of the COVID.
Right.
Before the COVID happened, we were on pace to finish by our deadline. We were having the talks of when we were going to have the public hearings. We were in the home stretch. And so it's not that we have a lot of work to do, but we do have some critical work to do that we just need to sit down and do. We just need to sit down and do it. There's not a lot of it. We're really, really, really close, but we just need to get in and meet and do it.
Will, let's talk economy, right? So we're talking economy, recovery. How key do you think standing up the cannabis industry on Guam is to kind of like recreating and you know, our economy?
My own personal feeling is I believe it's 110% critical. One of the big things that we're going to have problem with with our tourism economy is we're going to have problems bringing the customers back. And so you need some sort of lure to bring people in. And cannabis is always going to be a big lure, especially if it's a novelty here in the Pacific.
Right. So what would you say to those people who were ready to go with April and now they're just sitting there twiddling their green stained thumbs?
What I would say to them is just hang on tight, and I would also call the chairwoman, Vanessa Williams, contact her in some way, and petition for her to keep pushing and get these meetings put together. Because now, you know, we're I don't want to say we're tailing off with COVID, because I mean, boy, I'm personally worried about a second wave of COVID. But you know, we're starting to reopen and we're starting to open up the government again. Like I am antsy to get this done. You know, this is a personal passion project for me, and I want to get back to work and get this done. So as soon as we can get back to work, I'm raring to go. Like, I've been ready since March. Let's get this done. To the people that are worried that we should have done this by April, just know that there's people on the inside fighting for you, trying to get this done as quickly as possible.
Right. Okay. Well, that was great, Will. What else you want to say?
I guess the other thing I want to say is a shout out to Uncle Carl. Like with him being the head of GVB now, hey, Uncle Carl, holler at me. Let's let's talk about making this a cannabis destination. You know, because I know with the previous GVB they were ambivalent about the idea of marketing Guam as a potential cannabis destination.
Right.
But I know if we are going to be a cannabis destination, let's do it. You know, let's do it and let's turn into that skid and commit to that idea, because it is a powerful idea that we've seen works in Europe. Let's make it happen on Guam. Let's become the Amsterdam of the Pacific. Whoever becomes the Amsterdam of the Pacific first, the first to market on that,
Wins.
is going to have a huge advantage over the rest of the region.
Right. I can see it already. Guam, where America's Amsterdam in the Pacific day begins. Right? Yeah. Guam, it's lit.
Oh my goodness.
Will Sparkinson.
Yeah.
I got a nickname for you, Will Sparkinson.
Will Parkinson. Call me Sparky.
No, we're
Are
not.
you gonna run? By the way, it's a new it's an election year.
You know what? Like,
You just came up with your motto.
before COVID, I was 110% going to run.
Right.
But now I'm on the thinking about it page, you know, because there's a lot of things going on, and so I got to stay flexible like that. But it's definitely in the cards.
Right.
If anything, I'll probably be collecting signatures, and I'll think about it till the last day.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What do you think, though, Will, man? Because you guys, way before COVID, Will was one of our regulars on the after party. Wow, that
Nice.
seems like so long ago. And I think you got some pretty cool.
God, Linda DeNorsi did not screw up this public health response, because, man, like, I totally went to bat for DeNorsi, and she, you know, she did me proud.
Yeah,
she
she
did not
did.
embarrass me going to bat for her.
Right.
So
Yeah.
thank you, DeNorsi, for doing such a great job, and, you know, for the most part, keeping the island safe. People need to forget where we were a month ago.
Right.
A month ago, we were digging mass graves and projecting 50 dead a week.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that, like, I mean, any fatality is a tragedy.
Right.
But the fact that we had so few is a smashing success. Like, I do think we caught it early. And I'm incredibly proud of the work our public health has done.
Right. I love Linda. I think she's a straight shooter, and I think it's very telling that the biggest controversy that has faced the public health department, at least in my mind, for the duration of this COVID, has nothing to do with the public health response to the COVID and everything to do with the unauthorized use of Linda and Pinko DeNorsi's digital signature. That's been the biggest
Yeah.
news about
Yeah.
public health, is that they tried to do some funny business with their signature and got away with it.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're absolutely spot on about Linda DeNorsi there. She is absolutely a straight shooter. And all the months of this year I've worked with her, I've been nothing but impressed by her.
Nice.
And she's a hands-on person.
Yeah.
She's not
Yeah.
afraid to roll up her sleeves, go out to the testing sites, walk the pavement. We've seen it time and time again from her.
But she's also the type of director who's not afraid to empower the people that she directs, and we've seen it, you know. I mean, for the first few weeks, it was like, Linda, can we get you? Linda, can we get you? Linda, can we get you? And then she'd say, hey, man, I'm doing all this, but here, you know, get this, get Test Archangel, get the Echo team, get Dr. Maglonia. So I think that's very telling, because, you know, it's kind of had been a different story with Adelup, where it was like pulling teeth to get someone from the administration to go on in the beginning. So I think it's really interesting, the contrast there. Will, so it's good talking to you, man. You know, hey, let's make this a regular thing. I like your perspective. I think it's sometimes off the wall, sometimes left field, but always very interesting.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. If I'm not interested, then I'm doing it wrong. Thank you very much for that.
So yeah, let us know when the next meeting is, but that's just something I've been wanting to bring you on for a while, but I just wasn't sure, you know, how out of the COVID jungle we'd have to be to start talking about legal weed, right?
I know, you know, like if it was me, I would have been pushing it since day one, but man, you know what? It's not about me. There's other priorities, and I had to kind of sit on the bench to take one for the team. You know, like there was important work being done,
Right.
and I had to be cognizant and respectful of that.
Man, I kind of forget that marijuana is legal on Guam. What's your take on it, Will? Or how is this this first year of legalization been?
It has been incredible. I would like to give a special shout out and thank you to Clint Rigel for encouraging home cultivation, because home cultivation has done wonders for the consumer here on Guam.
Right.
People have been able to grow their own, and it has shown a marked drop in the prices of weed on Guam. It's gone down significantly. It's gone down like 40% in the first year.
So what kind of weed are you growing?
Gorilla Glue number 4.
Gorilla what?
Gorilla Glue number 4.
That's the thing, Bree, is that all the weed has names now.
Oh yeah.
Gorilla
They
Glue?
all got branded like that.
Okay.
Gorilla Glue, he smokes it, not sniffs it, okay?
But yeah, next time we have an after party, let me know. I'll bring you all guys some clones.
Nice,
Oh,
sounds good.
clones.
Bree can't wait. She's more of a brownie girl, but you know.
Is that legal?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
legal. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't
yeah.
worry, you're not gonna get it. She's extra paranoid because she was in the FBI Citizens Academy.
Oh.
But you can trust her. She's cool, Will. She's cool.
I don't even know what this Gorilla Glue stuff is.
Let's Google it.
Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Will.
All right, have a nice day.
Wash
Okay,
your
bye.
sticky hands.
And
All
if
right.
anything, we could get him on just kind of breaking down this marijuana stuff.
Yeah. Will's
That'd be an
Parkinson.
interesting lesson.
And I
Weekly
know
lesson.
we're kind of making light of Will Parkinson and stuff, but man, going back to the after party, he's definitely when you talk about progressive
Mm-hmm.
values and stances, he's where I feel like a lot of the Democrats should be, and sometimes some of our Democrats be acting like Republicans. So it's always good to get Will on. Very bright man, of course, the son of former Speaker Don Parkinson.
We really should be bringing him on more.
Yeah, we should. So okay, we'll do it.
I
all
want
right?
a lesson on all that stuff. Okay.
You want to get your weed degree?
No, I want to know. I've never heard of Gorilla Glue.
Google it. Yeah.
Does it make you happy or does it make you like sleepy or?
Yeah, Google it.
Okay.
There's
Gorilla
there's
Glue.
a site. It's like
called Gorilla Glue weed.
Yeah, Gorilla Glue Devil Weed. Make sure you put the devil in there.
Come on now, seriously, you're joking, right?
Yeah, I'm joking. Okay.
Okay.
Hey, we're going to take a break. We're going to come back and end the show on a high note. I mean, a good note. With our last call of the day right here on the KUAM News Takeover at Guam's favorite.
Gorilla Glue strain.
Yeah, Gorilla Glue.
Okay.
Yeah, Original Glue, a.k.a. Gorilla Glue. And, one thing I got to say about Will, when we talk about how weed has been legal, it's reached the point where, like, some of my aunties are asking me, like, and these are, like, old. They're like, oh, boy, I want to just try it, because it's there. So it's definitely something that was not this mainstream. I mean, even as recently as 5 years ago, if you think
I'm
about
sorry,
the
this doesn't
mentality.
even sound attractive. Gorilla Glue.
Look at the
I
picture
can't get
of
over it.
Look
Just
at the,
like,
let's go to
why?
the images. I think they call it Gorilla Glue because it's what Snoop Dogg would call the sticky icky.
We need to go to a break.
Yeah, let's go to a
My
break because
mind is
now you're going to
blown.
get me in
My
trouble.
mind is blown.
Your mind. Oh, God.
Buxton with Taco Bell.
It's not always easy trying something new. Sometimes